side. He goes up over the glass and out of play.
Jeldon's a very accurate shooter, and he's kind of between the blue line and the top of the circles, and very accurate.
So, great crowd, and Brookings with a 5-1 lead here on Stick It to Cancer Night. And, of course, this broadcast brought to you by Foley & Foley. Pass out here, Jeldon lost the handle, played it off the far rail over there. Lakers providing pressure just inside the blue line. Fires it deep in the slot, they score.
It's Whitty.
That's Whitty getting the goal.
Whitty from Jeldon.
Okay, that's his 10th goal of the year.
And you know what Brookings does on that power play there, they'll put a guy right in front of Owen to screen him, and then there's one guy high, and then the defense actually passes to that guy high, and that's what happened that time, Jeldon to Whitty. And the guy that's down in front of Owen, he's merely there just to screen the goalie.
Somewhere I only came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals for Brookings. There's 6.
Now you're going to have another one. Honkamp to somebody that was screening down below. And the gates are opening up with 1:34. The end of the period can't come fast enough right here for the Watertown Lakers. And I believe that one was probably Bortman from Honkamp would be my guess, Jeff. And things are happening pretty fast here for Brookings, and here they go. They're going to be on another breakaway here, and Owen stops that one. So Brookings here just having a flurry.
Who got the last goal?
I think it was Bortman.
Okay.
From Honkamp is what I'm guessing.
And Lakers pick up the puck right here. This is Tyler Kranz. Kyler Kranz looking for a teammate down low, and it comes off a skate back in the neutral zone. Lakers go back to get it right there. Rink wide pass. Flips it up in the air, knocked down that time by the Lakers. Brookings gets to it. That was Whitty. Back at left side, comes over here for Peterson. Plays it back in the Lakers zone. 7-1. They have a running clock now. I missed a goal somewhere in that whole mix. I have 6 for Brookings. It should be 7.
Good thing you're not the official book.
Oh, that's exactly right. This is enough to age anybody. And it comes back in the neutral zone. And Lakers will clear it back in the neutral zone, and getting to it will be Koenig. Haven't said his name hardly at all tonight. Koenig hasn't played as much. But he's one of so many good players on this team that he might start for a lot of teams. Probably doesn't start for Brookings. And that'll probably be the last play of the
with a running clock, that's going to be the last play. So Watertown trying to get into the locker room here.
All right.
And regroup.
Exactly.
With a tall task, down 7-1 at the end of 2. And you see Brookings' depth, and you see Brookings' skill and speed starting to take over here now.
And 44 shots on goal, so that's 37 saves for McBride, and 10 so for that period, and just 10 total for the for Brecker for Brookings. And let's see, in that period, let's see, it was 3-1 after one period of play, if I'm correct. So now it's 7-1, so Brookings got 4 goals in that second period.
Right.
And I see probably what happened was I wrote down Watertown instead of Brookings at the 5:03 mark when Richter scored the goal. All right, so Brookings has scored 5 straight goals, and they lead 7-1 right here. All right, so let's bring in, of course, Randy Honkamp. How you doing here, big guy?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Excellent. I suppose you're doing well. You're up 7-1.
Well, I'm not out there playing.
This is a pretty darn good team, isn't it?
You know, we're playing well right now. Yeah, we're. You know, it's fun to watch. You know, when the guys are playing well, and I think we've got a lot of kids that have been around for quite a while, And when you get those older kids, that senior leadership, and, juniors playing well, it trickles down to the younger guys too. So it's kind of fun to watch.
You're playing at such a high level right now. The only thing I would wonder, you've coached for a number of years. How do you keep a team at a high level like this all season long?
You got to challenge them a little bit here and there, and sometimes you have to be pretty creative. Give them other little goals to shoot for. To keep them honest, basically, and keep them playing hard. But really what it is, from a coaching aspect, is you show up every single day and you show them that you're willing to show up every day, which then makes them willing to show up every day and work hard. And, the rest just kind of runs downhill, so to speak.
Now, you have been in the past player development, or I shouldn't say player development, but president of a hockey association. You still have that role?
I do, yep. I sure do, yeah. My term is up in the spring here, so I'm still deciding if I want to give it another run or not. So.
Is it a 3-year term, or what is it?
It's a 2-year term.
Or 2-year term.
2-year term.
Right.
And you've done it how long now?
This will complete 4 years, so 2 terms.
So that's a pretty good stint.
It's not. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. And quite honestly, if there's other people that want to do it, we want to make sure we're getting other people involved and keep new ideas coming in and things like that. So it's I will most likely do it so long as there's not other people that want to. But again, anytime you're dealing with a volunteer board of any kind, it's good to have some turnover. It's good to have continuity, but at the same time, it's good to have a little bit of turnover within the ranks, just to keep the new ideas coming and keep everybody honest. So
what's going on at the state level? Is there something that you guys have been working on lately?
The big thing that we've been working a lot on is trying to, how do I want to say this? Trying to get a lot of our programs kind of going down the same road. So what I mean by that is the best example I can give you is we've had Team South Dakota in effect now for a number of years. It started out with boys, then it matriculated into girls. The girls program's a little bit behind the boys as far as number of years that they've participated, but it's always been referred to as Team South Dakota boys and Team South Dakota girls. And so our big push right now is we need to call that Team South Dakota. And we need to treat it that way. It just so happens we have boys and girls playing for Team South Dakota. So that's probably the easiest example I can give you, but that's the example we're trying to instill throughout all of the organizations is this is South Dakota hockey, and we're all in this for everybody, and we're trying to make it better for everybody.
Right.
So who do you play?
As far as Team South Dakota?
Yeah.
Obviously it varies, right? But really who they play a bunch of qualification games, most likely with teams around here. For example, our U16 team might play a JV team from Watertown on a weekend or something like that. And that's how they get their number of games to qualify. And then they go to the national tournament, which is, it got moved back now. I can't remember the exact dates. It's in April sometime now. Usually it's in March. They moved it back a month. And so, for example, our U14 boys team is going to Houston, I believe, Texas. I think there's a girls team that is supposed to go to California. I guess we'll see how that whole thing goes with the COVID protocol and things like that. But so then once you get there, you can play just about anybody from within the United States. So.
All right. Well, it's a great experience for these kids.
It's a great experience for them. It really is, and that program is only one of ours. It's really starting to grow and really starting to kind of take hold. So. We're hoping to just keep making it better and bigger for everybody.
So how is it funded? Does the state pay for that, or how's that work?
Team South Dakota is completely funded by the players that participate. So they pay a tryout fee, and then you pay a fee, which they can recoup through raffle sales and things like that. But yeah, it's that part of things is completely funded by the players that are playing for Team South Dakota.
Okay, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
that is. So tell us a little bit about what's going on with the girls on a state level. I think you guys have really concentrated on some of the younger programs in the girls' side.
Yeah, so one of my soapbox speeches for the last 4 years at the meetings has been, if we want to grow girls hockey, we've got to keep our girls playing with girls, and there's some real tug of war with that within USA Hockey because the boys program is known as youth because girls can play on the youth side, on the boys side we'll call it, right? So the girls can play on the youth side, but the boys can't play on the girls, and so there's kind of this tug of war with, people like me who say, well, there's girls and boys basketball. Why isn't there girls and boys hockey? Well, they have their reasons. And so, like I've been telling everybody, if we just continue to encourage our girls, the better girls, to just go play with the boys, well, we're never going to keep those good girls playing girls hockey and really build the program. The other thing that I think we really did, and I hate saying that we did it wrong, but back when we first started girls hockey back in the late 90s, early 2000s, is we started out immediately having a girls varsity program. And so what's happened over the years is that it's kind of filled from the top down, and we've never seen those young girls come out in droves like we do the young boys. And so that's kind of what I've been on my soapbox about the last 3 or 4 years is we need to start growing the young girls, the 8-year-olds, the 7-year-olds, and get them out playing. And what would happen in the past is you'd get a 8 or 9 or 10-year-old girl come out for hockey and then realize I have to play with an 18-year-old, and it might even been mom and dad that said, nope, this isn't for our girl, and they yank them back out. So if we can keep those girls and get the younger ones started, and that's what I keep trying to tell everybody, that's how our boys program was built. I remember when I started in South Dakota, I was 10 or 11-year-old, and that was one of the first years that they had 10, 11-year-old hockey. Up until then, it had kind of been handled like the girls. Everybody just kind of played on one team.
Right.
And then they kind of did this big registration boost and brought a bunch of us young kids in and basically just said, okay, now if you're a certain age, you're going to play that age and you're not going to play with the older kids. So that's really what we've been concentrating on with the girls, is trying to get the focus back on build the base, get the young girls playing. The other side of it is, if you want to see growth, we have a lot of boys that play hockey in South Dakota. If you want to see growth, get your girls program going, because you're going to grow real fast. So, and obviously at the end of the day, what it's about for these locals and even for our state, the more kids that are playing, you have more revenue generated, which means you can do more things, because it takes money to do it. It takes money to have the ice. I mean, you got to pay the utility bill, right? So the more kids you can have playing, the more fun programs you can have, and the more you can build your program.
Yeah, I think it's working pretty well. It's starting to work. You can see it slowly with the girls program. You're not seeing the 7th graders playing varsity anymore, and the 8th graders. They're staying in their developmental stages, and that's a slow process. But I do think it's happening. I've been around girls hockey for a while, and it's happening very slowly.
Well, it's good to hear, because you don't always get feedback like that. You always kind of, sometimes you sit here and wonder, well, is it working? But I agree with you. I think we've started to see the fruits of that, and we've started seeing some. We've got a U14 girls league now, and I really, my goal, and obviously it's not going to happen in this term, so I might have to run for another one, but my goal before I'm done is I want to have a U12 girls, because U12 would be equivalent to Pee-wees on the boys side.
Right.
So then we would have Pee-wees, Bantam, and Varsity, similar to the boys. Obviously, with squirts and down, the girls can just play with the boys. You kind of put them all on the ice, but if we can get that done, I think we're going to go a long ways toward really growing the girls' game and getting that base built.
I agree with you. I think wouldn't that be nice to have a U12 and U14 and have 8, 9 teams in each one of those levels?
It would be awesome.
Fantastic.
It would be awesome. Yeah. And again, like I said, if we can get that done, and we've got most of our associations that have that, again, that just leads to more. And I hate saying that, but it's all about money when it comes right down to it, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have kids playing in your program, it's really hard to pay the bills. Let's keep these programs going. Let's keep building that base and keep as many kids playing hockey as we can. It just benefits everybody.
So besides the girls and getting those programs strong, what's out on the horizon for South Dakota hockey?
I think the big thing is, again, the girls we talked about, right? Trying to get that base built, maybe get another U12 division started. We have had some talk out in the Northern Plains, Northern Hills, I should say. The Spearfish Sturgis area, they're really interested in getting something going out there. I'd really like to see that happen and just get more hockey in more communities. Other than that, to be quite honest with you, I'd like to see us, right now basically we have hockey in the AA schools, is what I call it, okay? The Sioux Falls, the Brookings, the Watertowns. And I would really like to see us start getting a little bit of expansion into the Class A schools. Maybe in Madison, maybe some of those towns that have really good, and we'll just say Class A programs, whether it be basketball, wrestling, and football. and see if we can't get some growth there. The big hurdle that we have with that right now is, like, if you take a T area, well, all the kids in T play in Sioux Falls, and without a rink in T, it's kind of hard to start a team in T, right? So, but I could really see us in the next, I would say within 5 years, especially around that Sioux Falls area. You know, we've got Brandon, who I think is well on their way to getting a rink built, which would be huge. I would not be surprised one bit to see a rink in Harrisburg, and Harrisburg kind of split off and do their own thing. And again, if we start seeing that, maybe then we'll get the T's and really, to be quite honest with you, I mean, there's a lot of people that are, Sioux Falls are so big, they're so hard to deal with. All we have to do is just keep promoting them to grow, and they're going to take care of themselves. The T's and the Harrisburgs and the Del Rapids, they're going to start, hopefully, they'll kind of latch onto this idea, get a rink built, and we'll start having teams. So now, is that going to happen next year, the year after? Nope. That's out there a ways, but you got to have dreams and you got to have goals. So that's kind of what we're kind of hoping for anyway. So
and it's all about kids. It's all about number of kids, and let's get as many kids playing hockey as we can. Doesn't matter where they play, but let's get some rinks up and get kids on the ice.
You're exactly right, and I've been saying that for a number of years, and really that's what it comes down to. Let's just flat out, let's just get kids playing, and we've got a guy now, Curtis Egan, who played out in Pierre growing up. He is our recruiting and retention coordinator for the state now, and Curtis has got some pretty good ideas on how to try to reach out, and kind of get these people going and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see, what we can come up with. And obviously, when you're working with a conglomerate like USA Hockey, they've got a ton of tools out there to help you. It's just a matter of finding those resources and making it happen.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on in South Dakota hockey, and your website. I love your website, and Jeff and I talk about it all the time. I think we might be on it daily, and it's really a great resource. And so if anybody from around the state is interested in South Dakota hockey, I mean, that's a fantastic resource.
Well,
absolutely.
And then you look like a state of Minnesota where they've had hockey forever, and they didn't start hockey till 2 weeks ago.
Right.
How does that hurt a program?
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, it hasn't been good for them. I mean, I've been hearing rumblings. A lot of kids this year just decided, and it might have been mom and dad saying, we don't want to chance it with the COVID and whatever. You don't know why, but I've heard some rumblings of some kids, some programs that are really, really struggling right now with numbers. And again, when we go back to what we talked about earlier, right?
Yeah.
If you're a White Bear Lake and you've got 700 or 800 kids in your program, and all of a sudden now because of this and starting late, you go to having 400 kids, that doesn't turn the lights on and cool the ice very easily. You got to start really making some tough decisions. So I think there's some tough deals going on across the border. But you know what? We've been lucky here, and my hat's off to all of our athletes, all the kids, not just the varsity and the junior varsity, but all the kids that are playing, the parents. Every rink you go to has different rules. Every town you go to has different rules. And everybody just has taken it upon themselves to say, hey, if this is what we have to do to keep playing hockey, then that's what we're going to do. So it's been great to see.
Yeah. Now the girls tournament, varsity tournament's here this year in March, which is great. We're looking forward to that. We're going to broadcast all 11 games.
Good deal. Don't start asking me questions I can't answer, Jeff, because I don't know where all the state tournaments are.
Okay. Well, and the varsity boys is in Sioux Falls again.
Correct, yes.
And we'll go down and do all 11 games down there.
Excellent. That's great. And it's awesome to see, people like yourself and radio stations like you guys getting out here and getting these games out here and broadcast for these kids, because that's really who it's all about. And I know you guys take time out of your night to come out and do it. So I appreciate it. It's helping us grow the game in South Dakota, and hats off to you guys as well.
Okay, we hope it is.
Yeah, and actually we've talked about that a lot. That's why we're up here all the time, because we care about South Dakota hockey and try to keep it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Every little bit that everybody can do, it just helps that much more. So
okay, sounds great.
Well,
Randy,
Randy,
great job. Thank you
for all you do.
For hours.
Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
I'm going to campaign for you two more years.
Sounds good.
I will too.
Thanks, Randy.
As we start third period play, Brookings, of course, with a running clock now, up 7-1. Now defending the goal to our left and Watertown to our right. Max Evans puts a shot on. The caroms off the glass up out of play.
All the way to the upper deck.
He's always an interesting guy to talk to.
He has a wealth of information, and you really have to take your hat off to him, because I don't think South Dakota hockey would be where it is without him. Randy is a fantastic, dedicated person.
We didn't talk about how many years he's been involved in hockey, but it's a lot.
Oh, yeah, a long time.
Yeah, it is a long time. Brookings actually wins the draw in their own zone. Lakers play it in the neutral zone. This, of course, with it right now is Hershoff. Skating it, puts a shot on. He shot it high off the glass, got his own rebound, if you will.
That's a
back
pop
to a
fly.
teammate. Yeah, it was kind of a pop fly. That's right. And picked up here by the Lakers. They're going to skate 2-on-2 right here. This is Evans, pushes on his man, gets ridden off the puck. Lakers play it ahead anyway. I think that's might be bowling over there. And Brookings suddenly has a 2-on-1 if they want to play it that way. They wind up with a shot, and McBride stays home and makes the save.
Point
15-44. Yeah.
That's a hard shot.
That's a hard
and
shot.
You put as many pads on as you want. I guarantee Owen felt that one.
I wonder what Randy Honkamp does outside of hockey.
There is nothing.
Nothing?
No, I don't know if there is. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's great to have people like that in the program for the state. So he does a terrific job. Puck out there, loose. Lakers going after it. I think that was Peterson. I'm not sure. Far side over there. 15-11 clock running. Brookings with a 6-goal lead, 7-1 right here. Trying to add to it. They're never satisfied. And the Lakers scoop it away from deep in the slot. Pick it up. This is Beebe. Skates around with the puck along the near rail, works against Whitty, flips it out here. Far side for a Laker. That, of course, McBride plays it in the neutral zone. Picked up here, of course, by Brookings along the far rail. Picked up here and skating with the puck and then having it poked away that time by Whitty. Lakers gathered in their own zone, then they played into the Brookings zone. And Kranz working down there and going after that puck. One of the Brookings players at 14-31. They play back in the far corner over there. Brookings with a 7-1 lead. They've actually had some 5 unanswered goals here. And the backhander plays it back in the Lakers zone. The Lakers get it there. Playing it around the boards along the near rail. Brookings puts it back there. They flip it all the way in the neutral zone. Nobody home. And it'll go all the way down, almost on goal. Picked up here by Brookings in their own zone. Beebe giving chase. Far side over here, picked up by the Lakers. They'll play it back in. Brookings plays it. That's Richter back behind his own goal. Over here for Peterson. Loses the handle. The Lakers get after it, looking for a centering pass. Broken up there, taken away by the Rangers. Lakers put a little body check on there. Picked up here, of course, by Merrick. Plays it back at the Watertown zone. Centering pass, nobody home for Brookings. Peterson's back at the point. Lakers pick it up there. They'll play to the neutral zone. Peterson plays it around. Of course, Schneider. I want to say Buzz, but that's not right. It's Owen. And it comes up here, of course, back in the neutral zone. The Lakers play it down. Honkamp will go get it at 18:20. Clock, of course, a running clock with a 6-goal difference.
As the clock runs here, Jeff, you really see Brookings, their hands, and they're constantly pressure. There's pressure all over the ice, and they just really never let you breathe.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly right. And the face-off coming to the left of McBride. They don't let the goalie breathe either. Brookings is outshot Watertown 45-10. Peterson along here puts a shot right on. McBride saw it all the way and made the stop. That's his
46 shots.
That's 46 shots, 39th save for McBride on the night. And we still have 12:44 to go in this hockey game. Face off to the left of McBride, picked up by Brookings. They control back to the point. Peterson again kicked out that time by McBride. He's actually played quite well tonight.
He has.
He's given up 7 goals. You wouldn't think so, but he's going against a powerhouse team.
He's taking good shots. These are good shots that
These are good shots, yeah. After playing Brookings tonight, everybody else is going to seem like a piece of cake.
There's some other ones out there, Jeff.
There really are. And, of course, the Lakers, for them, it doesn't get any easier. They go to play the Rushmores in Rapid City next week. This is Foley down the right side. Whistles a wrister off that gets blocked that time by the Rangers. Puts his man in there as well, right up against the boards. A loose puck here in the neutral zone. Back and going back to get it will be for the Lakers. And that looks...
It's Evans.
Evans. Long lead pass. Yeah, and the puck in the neutral zone picked up here by the Lakers, and they'll flip it right into the Brookings zone. We have a whistle.
I don't know what that whistle was. Probably, it was icing. No, offsides.
Okay.
Offsides.
And McBride will be down there in the face-off circle. I haven't said a lot of kids' numbers tonight, and I'm sorry. It's difficult to read them. Difficult to see him. Back behind the net is McBride. I've said his name probably too many times. Comes out here on the right rail. Lakers knock it out to the neutral zone. Overskate it there. Looking for a centering pass. Brookings puts it right on goal again, and McBride again makes the save.
Another rocket of a shot. And Owen saw it all the way. That was by Whitty.
All right.
He's got a great shot.
5. Off the face-off. Lakers with a puck in at the neutral zone, poked away that time. They all look like sevens out there. And they aren't. Picked up here by Brookings, 2-on-1. Jeldon trailing on the play, gets the puck, puts a shot on, scores. He went to the short side and got it past McBride.
That's a great pass, Jeff. Did you notice that? He passed that over the top of one of the Laker defenders. He flipped it right over the top of his stick, right over to Jeldon, and that was Whitty. What a great pass that was. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
And Jeldon, of course, has pretty good hands, and he catches that bouncing puck.
Schulte out there right now, and again, Peterson out there off the face-off circle. Comes back in the Lakers zone, 9:45 to play. We have a whistle.
And we got a piece of glass that fell out.
A piece of glass that fell out of the...
we are going to get a stoppage. We got a running clock, but it stops for the piece of glass that falls out.
At 9:43, I guess that's only fitting.
I don't know as though it broke, but it certainly fell out. I don't know how it falls out without breaking. But these old boards, Jeff, have a lot of flex.
Well, they do. I remember when they put these boards in.
Do you?
Yes.
In the 80s.
No,
right?
It hasn't been that long ago.
Wasn't this?
I came in 95. They didn't have these boards in then.
They didn't?
No. These boards have taken a lot of wear and tear. I don't mean that. But I've been doing it for about 25 years. And so these are probably 20 years old. Maybe
they're all of that.
older.
Yeah, they're all
a bit older there.
But these boards, unlike a lot of boards throughout the state where we play, these things flex.
Yeah.
And they also have plexiglass for an upper glass. So they do flex. Not a lot of rinks have plexiglass anymore. Again, it's the aged. It's a little bit of the age shown in this rink. You very seldom see plexiglass boards anywhere. In fact, I don't think there's any place in the state that has plexiglass boards. They're all glass. So I don't know if they're going to go about fixing this. I see the crew over there. They're taking a look at it. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how it comes out of there without breaking.
Well, I don't either, but typically you've got to slide that piece up and put a new piece down.
There's just some aluminum tracks is all it is, and you slide it in from the top.
They're going to take
it did break. I think it did break. I think the top half broke off is what happened.
Yeah.
The question is if they have more ready to be put back in. So just the top half broke off. So the top half is what fell onto the ice. The bottom half is being carried back. Well, I don't think you glue it on, do you, Jim? I don't think you glue that together.
No, you put it right in there. And I think really it broke off like quite evenly as it turned out. And it was like the top third broke off, the rest of it stayed there.
Yep. So we'll see what it's going to take to get this fixed. We've had this happen in the rink before.
Now Watertown goes to, next week they go to Rapid City. They play down there 2 games. Brookings, of course, returns home. They'll play Owyhee tomorrow afternoon. I don't have a time necessarily on that, but they do play them tomorrow. That'll be a big game. And of course, Brookings unbeaten, 10-0, assuming they win this game. They're up 8-1. And of course, Owyhee is undefeated at 9-0. So that really will be quite a matchup.
You know, that game in Brookings, Jeff, if I didn't have anything to do tomorrow, that'd be worth going to.
I think it would too.
If the Brookings and Owyhee, that's going to be a heck of a game.
I think it might be a very interesting game.
So we're going to see if I can load up here. We're going to see if we can get some current scores while we're waiting here for what's going on the rest of the night here.
Yeah, some boys' games should be done.
I would think so, because we started an hour late tonight.
Sioux Center and Huron started at 7, so they should be, I would think, done by now.
When does a game ever start an hour late?
Yeah, Yankton Mitchell also.
The new glass is on its way.
Yes.
Being shipped in from southern Alabama. It'll be here in about, they think they can get it here in 24 hours, Jeff.
Yes.
So we're going to have some time to fill here.
Oh, my Lord.
Nick would like me to give some wrestling scores. I don't even have time to give wrestling scores. We're so busy. I hear the saw. Let's see. All right. In progress. South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association website, we talked a little bit about that with Randy, and what a great resource that is. We have Mitchell Marlins over Yankton 7-4 this evening.
Mitchell over Yankton 7-4.
And that is a final?
That is Mitchell's second win. No, that's their first win of the year.
It is. Which is surprising, you know. Mitchell's
at 1-11.
Mitchell's
1-11.
They've had a really strong program for a lot of years, and I guess they're just down a little bit at this point.
Yeah, numbers-wise.
I don't see any other finals, Jeff. What am I looking for?
Sioux Center and Huron at Huron tonight in boys varsity. Sioux Falls won at Aberdeen. That was 3-3 last time we had checked on it.
Sioux Center. All right, we have we have a final. Sioux Center beats Huron tonight 6-0. That's a little bit of a surprise, but we've seen Sioux Center all year long.
Huron lost last night 4-2 to Sioux Falls 1. How about, of course, let's see, one other score. Sioux Falls won in Aberdeen.
Sioux Falls won in Aberdeen. We'll see if we can find this. I tell everybody that this is such an easy website, and it really is. I'm up here on my phone, and my phone doesn't really like this arena that well.
Well, that's right. And yeah, if you're home on your computer, it's easy to find.
Yeah. In fact, that one is not updated at this point.
Really?
So sometimes, let's see here. Here on Sioux Falls 1 it is? Is that what we're after?
Sioux Falls won Aberdeen. They were
Sioux Falls
scheduled
won in
at
Aberdeen.
5:45 this afternoon.
Oh, maybe I'm probably too far ahead here. You hear the saw running there, cutting the old
thanks
plastic.
to Heather Rasmussen tonight, coming up talking about Cottington County Cares. And Colette Kruger, Darcy Wertink, we wish them all the best. They were the cancer honorees tonight. Stick It to Cancer Night, Stick It to Cancer socks were awarded. A number of prizes for people to look into.
How do you like this one, Jeff?
And both teams have gone back to their respective dressing rooms.
Sioux Falls, it's Sioux Falls 1, right?
Yep.
With Aberdeen?
Yep.
4-3, Sioux Falls 1 wins in overtime.
Really?
So Aberdeen, we got beat up there last night. So Aberdeen is starting to play some pretty decent hockey.
Yes, they are.
So giving Sioux Falls 1 a run for their money tonight in overtime.
4-3 in overtime. All right.
So I think that was it for tonight, right?
Okay, that's it for tonight, other than this game that's still going on.
Yeah.
We still have 9:43 to play. 6-0 Sioux Center over Huron. Mitchell beats Yankton 7-4, and Sioux Falls won over Aberdeen in overtime. 4-3 on the varsity boys side. Varsity girls side, Watertown beats Owyhee here this afternoon 5-2. Mitchell over Yankton 10-0, and it was Sioux Center over Huron 7-2 varsity girls.
Here comes the glass, Jeff. They've got it all cut. They're hauling it in. I hope they read their ruler right. Wouldn't that be something? They had to cut another one?
Yeah, it would.
So the glass is going in.
That looks way too big.
Oh, they got to turn it around. There we go.
That's still too big.
Oh, they're within a half inch, Jeff.
Okay.
It's going in.
I hope it's going in.
If it's too short, they're going to have to cut it off one more time.
We'll give you a play.
There we go.
There it is.
There we go. It's halfway
It's
down.
in.
Halfway down. It's fitting. It's in. Done.
All right. Give those boys a hand.
It's the cleanest piece of glass in the place right now.
It sure is.
So we're going to get this thing going again. Referees are getting warmed up. Lakers are not even on the bench. They're buzzing them out right now. 6-1. Brookings leading Watertown Lakers.
8-1.
8-1.
With 9:43 to play. I hate to say it's 8-1. I wish it were 6-1.
Oh, I was just going to say 6. I thought it sounded better.
49-11 shots on goal. So Brookings has really peppered the nets.
And that's the real.
That's 41 saves,
Yeah.
of course, tonight for Owen McBride.
That's the real story. 49 shots on goal.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough to win when you get 49 shots on goal
And
when you
10
compared to 11.
Yeah, 10 saves so far tonight for Brecker. It's no wonder he has all kinds of shutouts or has a great record because they don't get that many shots at the net. And
Kind of
we talked
reminds me
about that.
of those Aberdeen girls.
Yeah,
Same way, right?
yeah.
But good goalies have what makes good goalies is a good team in front of them, and the Brookings Rangers do have that.
I could almost play goalie as good as this team is in front
I
of me.
think you could.
Yeah.
All you got to do is go down there and get in the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't say that to demean whatever Kate Brecker has done.
No.
Or Kate Gatone.
This is a good team. This is a good Brookings team.
Yeah, exactly. Tell it like it is. They are. Peterson with the puck right now. Flips the puck ahead here to Schulte. Schulte in over the Laker blue line, dumps it into the Lakers zone. Back to get it, of course, for the Lakers going trailing on the play was, and that was McBride. Comes out here near side. This is Schulte with the puck, plays it back again. McBride gets to the puck, gets bumped off the puck. Lakers get to it, they'll break up ice. Nice little pass, a little too far, but they have a man there to pick it up. This is Beebe, whistles a shot on, kicked up over the glass, out of play that time. Pad save made by Brecker.
It's one of the best shots we've had tonight.
Yeah.
Beebe kind of sliding to his left and really put some zing on that thing.
He sure did. So 9 minutes, actually just under 9 minutes now, clock running. Had a great guy tonight running the camera for us. Over here, of course, is Sheehan trying to hold the zone for the Lakers. Far side Lakers play it back behind the Brookings net. Richter is back there to get it. Rangers pick it up looking for Schneider. He's not there. Lakers intercept that pass and break it up as well. They have a little pink on the end of their sticks, don't they? And there was a shot on, save made that time. Glove save made by Brecker. He's had 2 quick saves here. Picked up by Schneider. Steps around to check that time of the blue line. Skates to the Laker blue line. Skates down the right side. And Pope checked away that time by Watertown. Picked up here, of course, by the Lakers.
We're going to have a penalty here at Watertown as soon as they catch it.
All right, and 8:10 to go.
Roughing. And that's going to go on Green. Austin Green's going to sit 2 minutes.
Second penalty tonight.
8:04 left in this game, and it's a running clock. Stops right now for a penalty, but this will be a running clock. So for the next 2 minutes.
Lakers again are down.
And they're actually starting the clock right now, so the clock is supposed to keep running. Referee Riddle says, run it. Now we've got an equipment malfunction here with Owen McBride, so I don't know if you keep the clock running during equipments.
Well, apparently so, because it's running right now. McBride says, I can just do this for another 5 minutes.
I can run 5 minutes off the clock. Yeah, we're going to have a timeout.
This is just not working.
Timeout Watertown, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to stop the clock. Clock management, Jeff, is what this is. Clock management.
We talked about that at the beginning. Johnson was out there. Koenig was out there. They have so much depth on this team.
Yeah, they do. You know, they play a full 3 lines on this team, and I don't know as though there's any difference between any of them.
I don't think
I
so
mean,
either.
typically you have first line, second line, third line, and it tails off just a little bit, but I don't see that with Brookings.
I really don't.
And if you can play 3 full lines in South Dakota varsity hockey, you're gonna do well.
Yeah. And they have a good defenseman back there, Ike Johnson. Alec Rice, didn't say his name enough tonight. Jacob Drew, Powers, Peterson play out there. Isaac Schulte got a goal tonight. Face off to the left of McBride. Off the face-off, Brookings controls at the point. Jeldon is back there on the power play, of course. Brookings, and he fans on that one, but picks it up just inside the blue line. Whistles a shot, save made that time. Nice shot that time by McBride. That's now 54 43 saves tonight for McBride. Another shot on, save made by McBride. How he saw that through traffic is beyond me, but he did.
And Jeldon is just peppering Owen McBride like he has all night.
Yeah.
And he's a good shooter. He's such an accurate shooter, and what he's doing up between the circles and my blue line, he's keeping it right flat on the ice. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, 44 saves by McBride tonight. Back to Jeldon. He has one shot. He likes to put it on net. And
he's just shooting.
He's a shooter. That's why he leads the league in shooting and goals scored and in points. Pass left side here. Another one that goes a little bit wide. That was off Bortnam's stick. Comes back out here to Jeldon. Puts a shot on again, and loose puck out front. Where is it?
It went in.
They scored.
It went in.
It makes it 9-1 at 6:33.
Owen McBride's screened pretty good, and they basically just shot that on Owen just to get a rebound. And Brookings having their way with it right now, and boy, they look good on that power play. Complete control of the puck.
Peterson with the puck back in the Brookings zone. They play it ahead. The Lakers over there try to play it. And they look for a nice little pass here. That's Max Evans, puts a shot on. Lakers had a shot, couldn't get to it quick enough. It was deep in the slot. Puck comes out here along the near rail, picked up by the Rangers. Long cross-ice pass, goes in the Lakers zone. They'll get to it there, play it off the wall. Goes back in the corner. Brookings, as always, with the puck, put a shot on that goes a little bit wide. They haven't announced who got that goal. Guess it doesn't really matter. 5:35. 9-1 right now. That was his final last on, and McBride makes another stop off a Brookings stick. He has a total of 46 saves tonight.
And Brookings right now is just continues to just pepper the goalie.
And the clock continues to run at 9-1. That's by what Brookings won by last night. So they've outscored their opponents the last two nights 18-2. Near side Peterson comes over here, of course, for Richter. Hershoff poked away by the Lakers that time. Along the near boards, picked up by Peterson, puts a shot on. Hershoff was right there to kind of deflect it, but he couldn't get the stick down on the puck. A loose puck here. Lakers put it right back out front. Shot broken up that time. Far side. Lakers get to it. That's Boomsma. They play it ahead here to the blue line. Brookings has the puck. Lakers can't get it out of their own zone. And of course, right side here is Hershoff. Save made again by McBride. He had a sleep well tonight. Comes back out in the neutral zone off the near rail. Lakers get to it. Play it ahead now. And of course, getting to it is German. German is out there playing right now as well. He got a goal last night.
He did.
His first varsity goal, so good for him. Lakers play it back behind their own net. That's called little possession of the puck. Flips up over the glass and out of play off the stick of Drew. At 4:09, clock continues to run. Brookings up 9-1.
Brookings has some really good hands, don't they, Jeff? With the puck, very soft, good passing team, very unselfish team.
Yeah, this might be the best Brookings team I've seen in a long time.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and they've had some good teams over the years. This might be the best one of that bunch. Comes out here, Lakers. Evans tries to put a shot on, or tried to block at that time. Comes out here near side for Beebe, taken away that time by Schneider. He wears 88. Comes back out here at the blue line. That's to Drew. Lakers try to intercept. That's Evans. Tries to play it ahead now into the Brookings zone. It trickles, but it is Drew that goes back to get the puck for Brookings along the near boards. 3:25, clock running. Shot that time by Owen McBride, or should say the other McBride, not Owen. And he puts it on a little bit wide. Austin McBride, and the loose puck over here. Allard works down there, flips into the Lakers zone, and Krantz goes to get it. Rink-wide pass for the Lakers with 3 minutes to go in this hockey game. Brookings up 9-1. Nice stick handling job that time by the Lakers. Evans, and then he got a little help that time from a teammate. Comes back out to the point. They play it in here. Picked up here by the Lakers. Neutral zone. Picked up here by Brookings. They race after that puck. You'd think they were down by a goal. And McBride comes out to cover it up with 2:39 clock running in this hockey game.
Max Evans having a little frustration, and he can move when he needs to.
Yeah, he can.
He caught up with that play.
He sure did. So face-off to the right of McBride. Seems like the face-offs tonight have been in the Lakers zone. 50 saves for McBride in this game. They've outshot Watertown 59-14. Loose puck back behind the Laker net with 2:13 to play. And back over there, Brookings, ever working at it. You'd swear they were down by a goal in this hockey game, as hard as they work. Off it comes to Watertown. Lakers with a shot on, kicked out that time. Stick save made by Brecker. He has a total of 15 saves in this contest. And here's Jeldon. Jeldon across the line. It's KJ. It's poke checked away. Lakers pick it up there. They stick handle the puck to center. Knocked away again. Picked up by the Lakers in the neutral zone. With a puck right there. That was Foley. I'm sorry. Foley over there. Loose puck comes along the near boards, and Scott gets out there. This is Ethan getting a little playing time now on the varsity. Look for center pass broken up by Brookings. Gets out here to Kranz. Feed right side, and a one-timer fanning on that shot a little bit. A Watertown player with 1:18 to play. And then Brookings stick handles the puck, and this is Struck, who has 2 goals tonight. Struck looking for a centering pass. The Lakers break it up and play along the near rail. These two teams will play again on the 27th of February down at Brookings. Scott plays it ahead, goes in, and 1 minute to go in this hockey game on this Stick It to Cancer night. Not as many people here now, but we had a great crowd. Thanks to everybody that came out and rooted these two teams on, and of course supported a great cause. It's been a great night for that. 45 seconds to go.
The other thing that we've seen tonight, this game has been pretty civil. And Brookings Watertown can get a little bit rough, but it has not.
Yeah, it has been pretty civil. You're right. 33 seconds left in the game. Brookings has a man camped out there looking for a centering pass. They had a man right there, too. The Lakers cleared out to the neutral ice area. Skating hard after that puck, of course, Peterson. Lakers get to it over here, playing hard. That's Wirtink puts a shot on. A bouncer that Brecker stops and covers up. 10 seconds to go. We may get one more face-off here, but we may not. Nobody's in any hurry to, and I don't think we will. 9-1 is going to be the final, and Brookings wins their second game in as many nights by 9-1 final. 50 saves in the game for Owen McBride.
So Brookings came in here, and we knew we had to play well to beat them, and I don't know as though we played bad, but Brookings just has the speed, the hands, and the depth, of course. They've got a lot of depth.
They have a lot of depth. They have a very strong team, and that's one of the best teams I've seen this year, if not the best.
This is a good team, Jeff, and we're going to see them in the state tournament. And
I don't know who's going to beat them.
I'll be watching that Owyhee game tomorrow because that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it really is.
Owyee's actually playing really well right now, and obviously Brookings is too.
Well, and Owyhee came in here and beat Watertown, and then of course last week they beat Watertown 12-1, and they looked much the same way. And we thought they were a very good skating team. So anyway, we'll have to see how that all works out. But
they're going to do some pictures here.
They're going to do some more pictures.
For Stick It to Cancer.
Late night, nevertheless.
They're
going to Stick It to Cancer.
I'm assuming Evan's probably not going to come up, being that he's taking pictures, or.
Yeah, and that's fine.
I'm not so sure, but
I'm not so sure he wants to.
No, we know how it all went down, and it's going to be interesting to see Brookings progress in this deal.
Yeah, I don't know that we've seen anybody yet that